Welcome back to Techo World. Today we will learn some interesting animation of food menu. This interesting animation will definitely make you watch it till the end. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe it. Hit the bell icon for latest videos. Let's start now. In this project, I have selected some images. Now we will create background layer for this. Click right button and new, and then select solid, and we will rename it as a BG. Now select this BG layer and pre-compose it. Let us keep this name as a BG compiler. And now we will fill this layer with color. Select this layer and in effects, search for 4 color gradient and double click on it. This color we will change to light orange. And this color we will change to little bit lighter version of orange. And this one to light red, and this to a little bit darker red. You can select the colors according to your choice. These points we will move like this. We will create one more composer here and we will rename it as a main photo. In this main photo composer, we will drag one picture here. Select this layer and hit S to scale. Let us increase the picture size. Now add this main photo composer in food menu composer. And now we will select camera for this main photo layer. And camera preset, we will select 35mm. And now we will select. Now we will convert this main photo into 3D layer and also convert null one layer into 3D. In this parent link, we will link this parent link to null one. Now let us move the image to Z-axis, and for that we will go to view and move this image far from the camera. Select this main photo layer, and as you see in the XZ point, select these points and move it far from camera. Now we will add some images. We will drag this tomato image, red chili image, and also this into timeline, and hold Ctrl and select this onion image and drag it into the timeline. Let us duplicate these images. Select these images and hit Ctrl D to duplicate. Select all these images and convert into 3D layer. Select these red chili images and place it wherever you want according to your choice. Do it for next image layer also. Let me skip this part so that you need not wait much. Let us move this image far from the camera. Select this red chili image and go to view. Select this XZ axis and move far from the camera. Follow the same procedure for all images. I will skip this part too so that I can save some of your time. Now select these red chili images layer, hit S for scale and set it according to your choice. Select this tomato image layer, hit S for scale and set it according to your choice. Okay, now set the scale size as per your choice. Select these red chili layers, hit R and rotate it randomly so that it looks better. Do it for all red chili layers. I will skip this part too. Let us now set it properly. Select these null and camera layer and move it upward. Select camera layer and click in this arrow mark and then click on camera options. On the depth of field, blur level, make it to 200%, aperture to 200 pixels. And focus distance, increase its focus until a main photo comes in focus. Okay, now it's fine. Now hit P and reject the position of main photo. Let me bring this main photo little bit down. Now we will add shadow effect for this main photo. Go to toolbar and select ellipse tool. Fill the color and off the stroke. And create a shape like this. Convert this shape layer into 3D. Hold the exit points. Move the shape layer behind the burger. Add the effects for the shape layer 1. In Effects tool, search for Fast Box Blur and double click on it. In Effects Control, we will increase the blur radius and set it properly. We will bring the shape layer a little bit down and set it properly. And now we will reject the position of this red chili image layer. Change the Z-axis position to rejected place. Also reject the position of this red chili image layer. Let us set this image properly. Now create one more composer and rename it as a box. And change the width and height to 400 pixel. And now create a solid layer and rename it as a box. Go to Food menu and select BG Compiler, that is the background compiler. And then copy 4 color gradient effect. To copy, hit Ctrl S, and to paste box layer, hit Ctrl V. Now go to toolbar, select rectangle tool and fill the color and off the stroke. And double click on rectangular tool to make perfect rectangle shape. Fill color none and stroke around 15 pixels. Go to Food menu and in Project select Box Compiler and drag it into Timeline. Convert this box layer into 3D layer and move it to the left corner of the composition. Hit P for position and move the Z-axis position little far from camera. Okay, now move it a little bit to the corner. I want to move this box behind the red chili and rotate this box. Select box layer and hit R and change the Z rotation to 45 degrees. Let's set this box properly. Decrease the scale size of box according to your choice. Let us set this red chili image properly so that it looks good. I shall skip this part too for your convenience. Let's resize the scale size. Now create one more composer for text. We will rename it as a text. Width set to 1400 pixel and height let it be 400 pixels. Click on text tool to add text. First, let us bring this text point to the center, for which we have to go in align. We will add here text now. And double click on text, and in character change the color for text according to your choice. In align tool, we will set it to the center. Go to food menu and drag the text compiler into the timeline and convert it into 3D layer. Move the text in front of the box. Let us now resize the text according to the box. Reject the position of the text so that our text should be in focus. Also, let us now resize the text according to the box. For the top text, we will duplicate this text composer and click on this text to composer and type the text here as per your choice. If you want, you can change the text color according to your choice. Now go to food menu and drag the text to composer into timeline. Convert this layer into 3D layer. Move this text at the top of the left corner. Reject the position of the text so that our text should be in focus. I will skip this part also so that we save some time. Resize this text according to your choice. Select this camera and null layer and move towards the top. Now we want to animate the whole composition. For that, we need to select the null layer and hit P. We will give keyframe at 0 second and at 1 second and in 3 seconds and at 4 seconds. Go to the 0 second and move the Z position to go all layers out of composition. As you can see here, the animation of the layers. At 4 seconds, we move the Z position to move all layers far from the camera. Select this null layer and hit Shift R. Give the keyframe for Z rotation at 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second and 0 second. At the 0 second, we change the Z rotation to 45 degrees and at 4 seconds to minus 45 degree. Select all these keyframes and hit F9 to ease in. Select these position keyframes and click graph icon. Select these points and change the speed graph. Do the same for this also. Select these points and change the speed graph. Also follow same procedure for these keyframes. Now we want this text to be animated. Go to text and click on this arrow mark. In this animate, select position and in properties select opacity. Click on range selector 1 and then advanced. In advanced, go to shape and select ramp up. Opacity, make it to 0% at 0 second. In range selector 1 at 0 second, set the offset of -100% and at 1 second, set it to 100%. Let's change the position of text at 0 second. As you can see here, the animation. It's just perfect now. Do it for next text layer also. Let me skip this part so that you need not wait much. Select these two text layers and move it for 1 second. Let me now set it properly because I want this text to animate after the text 2 layer. Okay, let's now change the speed graph. And also change the speed graph of spicy burger text. Create now one more null layer and convert it into 3D layer. Now parent null layer 1 with null layer 2. Give the keyframe for the position of null layer 2 at 0 second and move forward for around 5 seconds and move the Z position far away from the camera. This position will give continuous movement effective to our composition. Let us move this text layer so that it should be animated after the composition. Now select all these layers except the background layer and pre-compose it. Rename it as a scene 1. Duplicate this scene 1 layer and then drag the scene 2 layer into a timeline at top of scene 1. Move this layer for few seconds forward. After that animation of scene 1 end, animation starts. Select the scene 1 layer and hit T for opacity. Add the keyframe for opacity and move forward for few seconds and change the opacity for 0%. Now we need to replace the images of scene 2 composer. Double click on the scene 2. First, we need to replace the main photo. Select the main photo layer and go to project window and duplicate the main photo, and then hold the Alt key and drag the main photo 2 over the main photo comp layer. Now double click on main photo 2 and hold Alt and replace it with our second image. Let's resize the scale according to our choice. Now go to scene 2 and select all images and replace the image whichever you want to replace. Now hit S to resize the scale of strawberry. Let's resize it and set it up properly. I will skip this part too so that we don't waste much of our time. Let us set the shadow shape properly. Let me resize the scale of these images now. Add the opacity for scene 2, hit T for opacity and give the keyframe at the end animation starts and move few frames forward and give keyframe at 0%. Now go to scene 2 and replace text. So go to project window and duplicate text and double click on it and change according to your choice. In align, set it to the center. Do it for next text also. Let me resize the scale of text 3 according to the box. Now let's check out the preview. Wow, it's looking perfect. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like it, and thank you for watching the video.